everybody, welcome to the Relentless Pursuit of Shade. My name is Lori, and this channel I do with my friends, primarily Lara and Susan, but a lot of our other friends participate too. So the channel is actually about living a healthy lifestyle, having fun at the same time, and of course we love to run, so a lot of our activities are surrounded about running. If that is something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing or at least check out some of our videos. We just have a good time with it, and that's all that it's about for us. So thank you for watching today. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I know we haven't done a lot of videos this year, but we are back on. I have figured out how to use the new KindMaster 6, so we are going to be doing some new content coming up soon. But today we are going to talk about a challenge that I finished at the end of September, and it's called 75 Hard. So if you're interested in hearing about my 75 Hard experience, then please watch. I'm going to talk today about a challenge that I just finished. It's called 75 Hard, and it is a challenge. It's actually free. It's put on by a man named Andy Frisella that does a podcast. So I will link his podcast below so you can check out the challenge for yourself. It is free, and I tried to do as many of the things on it as possible with no money, but he does have an app that's $4.99, and I did end up getting the app, and it was worth every penny. So the challenge is called a mental toughness challenge, and so it has like 5 primary parts to it. So I'm going to talk about each part, but the whole idea is to put yourself in a new mindset, to change your life long term. And I think that it did change my life long term. I do have a job that's very demanding and kind of sometimes puts me in uncomfortable situations. I'm in sales, so I'm, put my face in front of people. And so sometimes I get a little uncomfortable, and this actually will push you to like the next level. So for me, it's definitely given me some more confidence, and I've learned a lot. And you're gonna find out why as I go over all of the things that I had to do to complete this challenge. The challenge does take 75 days. So I started it on July 15th, and I finished on September 30th. And I'm gonna go over all 5 of the tasks next, but there's a few things that you need to know. If you watch Andy, if you watch his podcast, he talks about how important it is that every single task is non-negotiable. There are no compromises, there are no excuses. So you have to do everything like, full on, and really do your best every day to complete each task. And it is very important that you don't slack and that you actually follow it, because it will change your life if you do that. Not everybody can finish this, so I'm really excited that I did. I'm really proud of myself. So let's go over all of the tasks that I had to do each day. Also want to let you know that if part of the challenge is if you don't complete any of the tasks, you have to start all over from scratch. So it was really important to me that I didn't miss any every day. That's why the app, it has like little check marks on it. The app worked really well, and it helped me. It gives you reminders and stuff just to make sure you cover everything every day. So there are 5 tasks. I want to actually go over, it's task number 2. I actually want to tell you what task 2 is first, and then I'll go into all the other ones, and that is a progress picture. And so I'm going to show you right now my day 1 progress, my day 1 pictures. this is kind of difficult for me to do. I don't take pictures like this very often. It's hard for me to accept that I was like this. But if I'm going to review 75 Hard, the progress pictures are really important. And so I wanted to show you my progress picture from day one. And as I go through this, you're going to see a lot of my pictures throughout the journey. And then at the end, I'll show you the before and the after pictures. So stay till the end, you'll get to see those. Okay, so let's go into the first task is 2 45-minute workouts every day. And one of them has to be outside. So I don't really have too much of a problem with this, but I did change my workout structure quite a bit. So the outside exercise, I would say most of the time was my running. When I started 75 Hard, I was training for a half marathon. And then as I progressed through, I actually added a full marathon on about halfway through. So the outside workout was not bad. I also want to add that the workouts need to be separate. So when I go for a long run that's 2 hours or something, that's supposed to count as one workout. So I would have to add in another workout later in the day. So most of my outdoor workouts were either running, I did do some riding my bike, and I did some walking. So most of them were that. I think I did do 1 or 2 days of paddle boarding and one workout that I did with Lara in my pool doing aqua jogging. So those were my outdoor workouts. All of them, I love doing outdoor workouts. One that I did do during when we were going to have the hurricane here. We're in Florida, and we were going to have a hurricane, so I planned my outdoor workouts so that I would get one in before the hurricane came on the first day, and then after the hurricane was already gone on the second day. So just so you know, we're all okay here. We were not affected like the people in South Florida. So I'm in the Tampa area, and so we're okay. For indoor workouts, 4 days a week, I did strength training, weightlifting, lunges, squats, curls, everything done with the dumbbells. So I did all of that. I did have a personal trainer that helped me with it, but I traveled a lot, and so you're gonna see a lot of pictures of me here in the gym at the Hampton Inn or the Homewood Suites or whatever. So Holiday Inns and things like that. So I made do, and I did do that. And then also other indoor exercises I did. I have an elliptical machine, and I did a lot of yoga on long run days. I did yin yoga, you know, so I would say once a week I did either a yin yoga or some sort of lighter yoga workout, and then I also usually did something either on the elliptical or maybe on a stationary bike at the hotel. So those were my workouts, and I really love them. I like working out, so that was not a problem for me. The next task was taking the progress picture every day. So step 2, take the progress picture every day. And I took all those pictures, so you're gonna see them throughout, and then I'll give you my beginning and end pictures at the end. Step 3 is 10 pages of reading every day. And I really enjoyed this, this task. So the pages have to be from a book that is like a self-improvement book, something that's nonfiction, that you get something out that will either help you with your personal life, your spiritual life, professional life. And so I did a little bit of everything. I'm going to tell you the books I read. So the first book that I read was called Fearless Negotiating by Michael Donaldson. And he talks about the wish, want, walk method. I do work in sales, so this was a perfect book for me to read, just to give me a little bit of a kickstart with my job, you know. Second book was Money Magic by Lawrence Kotlikoff. And that one was really about saving money, managing my money. And my husband and I, you know, we are finished raising our kids. We are focused on trying to figure out how we're going to save money for retirement. So that book was very informative. And if you're, you know, looking to save money, I definitely would recommend it. The next book I read was called 0 to 1, and it was by Peter O'Toole, who is one of the founding members of PayPal. And it's a very interesting book. It's about creating a successful startup company and all of the secrets to that type of success. So Peter's done a few companies, and so he talks about them. And also there's little bits in there about his relationship with Elon Musk. So if you're interested in that, you could check that out. And then the last book I read was Primal Branding by Patrick Hanlon. And that book is about how to create zealots for your brand or your company. And it was an okay book. I don't know that I would have read that book if I known what it was about. But, you know, I finished it, and all the books except for Primal Branding came from the library. So I only spent about $17 on the books, and that was just on the one. And actually yesterday I dropped off Primal Branding at the library and went ahead and donated it. So hopefully the next person that wants to read that book can read it for free. That I had to do every day was drink a gallon of water a day. What can I say? It's a lot of water. I do drink a lot of water. Usually I drink about 80 ounces a day. So this was another 48 ounces, quite a bit more. I think it was good for me. I will say that, you know, you can't, the part of the task is that you can't add anything to the water. It has to actually just be regular water. And I definitely needed electrolytes. Luckily, being a runner, I know that I need electrolytes. And so I had electrolyte pills that I took. I noticed that I was getting cramping in my hands. And especially in Florida, like when I travel, I wasn't getting it as much, but here I was getting, like at night, my hands would cramp up, and my husband and I talked about it. We figured out that it was an electrolyte problem. So I will say that just keep that in mind if you do 75 hard. You have to go to the bathroom a lot, and you know, you have to kind of plan out your day so that you can make sure that you don't have an emergency where you have to go. You know, I'm on planes a lot, things like that. So there's a lot of planning involved in the water part, but it's just drink a gallon of water. So that's an easy one, right? The fifth and final task that I had to complete each day for 75 hard is to follow a diet. And there's a caveat to that also. You cannot cheat, so no cheat meals. And here's the biggie, no alcohol. All right, let's get into this because I've had a lot of people ask me actually, like, what diet did I follow? I did lose quite a bit of weight, which I will show you at the end. And I think I also gained a lot of muscle also. So I'm very happy with the results. But I travel a lot, and I went on several trips while I was on this. So I'm gonna go over that in a minute. But because I travel so much, I wanted to select a program that I could stick to no matter where I was. And so I just went with the old-fashioned calories in, calories out. I did calorie counting. What I did was I used the TDEE.net, the TDEE calculator.net. I put in my weight, my height, my activity level. It gave me selected cutting, and it gave me 1,923 calories a day. And so I started out with 1,923 calories. I did eat all of my calories every day. After I lost 10 pounds, I lowered it, I believe, to 1,850, and closer to the end of 75 hard, I was at 1,805. So I just, every time I lost some weight, I would go back in and just make sure that the calories were still correct. So I lost weight in a very healthy way. I did not count carbs or anything. In fact, I'm not low carb. I just counted calories, and I tried to center all of my meals around protein, make sure I had lots of snacks with me to take during the day when I was out visiting customers and when I was traveling. So yeah, I just followed calorie counting. Now, let's talk about the no cheats and the no alcohol. So while I was on this journey, I went to a lot of places. So I did do a lot of traveling. I started out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That was a work trip with my husband. We went to the Rays game when we came back. Then I went to North Carolina, to Charlotte, and I did some running up there. And then I went to Iowa, visited Boise first, and then after Boise, I went to Twin Falls. This picture here is of the Evel Knievel jump site. Went to visit my son in Iowa. That's his dog. Isn't the dog cute? I did do a 12-mile run while I was in Iowa visiting my son. That's us saying goodbye. Then I went to California. I did a run in downtown Oakland. And then the following day I was in San Francisco. After that, I drove up to Oregon. So I did visit the big tree and the redwood tree. Those are just a few pictures of that. Next trip was to Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati. It's such a great city. Had to do a trade show there, no drinks at all. After that, I went to the Scorpions concert. Okay, and then right after that, we went to Washington, D.C. for my daughter's engagement party with her fiance. These are just some pictures of our family. After that, I went to Atlantic City for a trade show as well. And no drinks, no alcohol. I did have chili while I was in Cincinnati, and I counted it in my calories and made sure that I didn't eat too much. And so everything was good. I did not cheat at all. Now, let's talk about the alcohol. A lot of people, as I was doing the 75 hard, were like, oh my God, are you telling me you cannot drink any alcohol? Whoa, I can't do it. And I actually thought the same thing. When I learned about 75 hard, I was like, I don't think I can go that long without having alcohol, And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I really want to make a change. So maybe, getting off the alcohol, at least for a while, the break would be good. And so I was really worried about failing. And so I actually did 2 weeks before 75 hard, just with no alcohol, just to get me ready for it. And I planned myself once I hit 30 days that I would give myself a reward. I did get myself a chair for my home office on the 30th day, so I was able to reward myself for that. And then once I finished the 2 weeks, I thought, okay, I can do this. So that's how I did it. Everybody's different. Some people may want to just do it all at once, but I just thought that I should ease myself into it. And so I did. And it's been fine. It actually, I think, definitely contributed to my success that I did not have any alcohol the whole time. So yeah, that's my diet. I stuck to it, and so now let's talk about the results. All right, so time for results. I actually had to change to my iPhone. My battery died, so did a lot of talking in this. Thank you for staying for the whole thing. Really appreciate you watching. If you like this kind of content, please ask me some questions about this in the comment section. I would love to answer them. I'm really, really loving this program, and I'd like to share it with other people. So if you're interested and you just want to know some more information, then please put it in the comment section down below. Thanks. And also please subscribe and like this video if you like it. Thanks. Okay, so let's talk about results. I guess I feel a little bit more enlightened after reading several books. I, needed to work on all of those different aspects. The books that I read, I think, related to a lot of different things in my life and opened up some doors for me that I didn't see before. I feel like I'm just a little bit more enlightened, and I love to read. I usually don't read nonfiction. I like to read fictional books. So this was a little bit of a change for me, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue on with it. So the next thing is I did lose weight. I lost, I think, around 20. It's always hard to tell because your weight fluctuates, but I lost about 23, 24 pounds, which in 75 days I feel like is fantastic. I'm super thrilled with it. I'm going to show you my before and after pictures side by side now. As you can see, there's quite a big difference, and my husband says that he can just tell that my body composition has changed a lot. So I've been lifting weights and, doing more than just the running, and it's made a big difference. The next thing, I've noticed a difference in my skin. I don't need quite as much makeup, and I think that's because of the no alcohol and all of the water I've been drinking. It's just made me more hydrated, and so it's making my skin look better. So I'm happy with that. Let's see here, diet. So the diet was eye-opening. I have tried so many diets over the years. I did Weight Watchers on and off. I've done intermittent fasting with low carb and gluten-free, dairy-free, all organic, all whole foods. I've tried a lot of different things, and the calorie counting, just all I did was enter everything into MyFitnessPal, and wow, just sticking to a diet, not having alcohol, so I keep my inhibitions in check and I don't overeat, was also another thing. But who would have thought just calories in, calories out? And just in my mind, I feel like I can do more. I feel free to do things that maybe I was a little bit I wasn't quite confident enough to do in the past. So this program has made me feel like, wow, if you can do this, you can do other things, and kind of taking me out of my comfort zone in some ways, which is what it was supposed to do, because it is a mental challenge. So the last thing is that it inspired me to keep going. So as I was going through this process, I wanted to know more. And so I went back to Andy's podcast and I listened to more of it with his 75 Hard program, and found out that he has a Live Hard program, and it has 3 more components to it that you have to complete over a year. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue, and I'm going to jump right into it. The day, actually I already did, because I started on October 1st in what they call phase 1, and I jumped right into it, and still loving it. So it's the phase 1 I will go over in a different video. There is a lot more involved with the phase 1, but it is only 30 days. So if you're interested, after you do 75 hard, you can continue the program, and I'm really excited to see where that takes me. And lastly, I just wanted to say that I think that this program, that anybody can do it. I feel like it's built with a lot of flexibility as far as being able to pick what your workouts are, being able to pick the books that you read, that you are interested in, that you need help with your life, and being able to pick the diet that's best for you. So really, it doesn't matter, what you have going on in your life. You could be, you could have anything that you might feel is holding you back, whether it be physical challenges or, something going on in your head, or just, the distractions of life. And you can make this work. If you want to do it and you're willing to commit, you definitely can do it. So with that said, I would love to challenge my friends that I run with, and all my friends out there in the YouTube world. If you're interested in doing something like this, I definitely would love to challenge you to take this challenge. So if you're gonna do it, if you get excited from seeing that little old me can do it, then please let me know, because I would just be so excited if I inspired anybody to do this kind of thing for their life. So thank you for watching and staying till the end, and happy running.